Hello, everyone. It is Sunday morning, about 11:22 a.m., and I thought I would just give you guys a little update on how my first baby is coming along. So far, I have added 3 warming layers, and I've added some veining, which I think you can see. Her head, I'm trying to turn slowly. Um, At first, I did the veining yesterday. I actually did all 3 warming layers and the veining yesterday. And when I first did the veining, I was not too happy with it. Um, I used authentic Reborn lifelike veins. You can see that. Authentic Reborn lifelike veins. And this stuff, it's pre-mixed, so you're not supposed to have to add any thinner to it. I ended up having to add some because once it's on, it's on. And so the first limbs that I did were the legs. Thank God I didn't do the head first. And I was not pleased at first because, of course, I didn't use the type of brush my instructor suggested. I used this, which I didn't think was, that thick. But to me, either I wasn't holding the brush correctly. Anyway, they just went on too wide, and I have plenty of brushes, as you can see, plenty to choose from. So that was a lesson learned. But I thought I would easily be able to use thinner to remove anything I didn't like, and that was not true. This stuff, once it's on, it is on. So Um, I was able to lighten it some with the thinner, but could not completely remove it anywhere that I put it. Um, from a distance, though, it actually doesn't look bad, and I still have to do the modeling on it. So by the time I do the modeling, um, they also won't be so obvious. So the arms came out a little bit better, thinner, a little bit more realistic. Um, you can see I do have some veining going into the hands. So, and then of course, like I showed you right at the beginning, the head, I'm pretty pleased with that. So, um, she's definitely going to be considered a Caucasian baby. Right now, what I want to do is go according to my class that I'm taking for this first baby. I'm just going to do everything by the book. And then for my next baby, I may veer off a little bit and try some different flesh layers, things like that. Maybe try to give my baby more of an olive complexion, that sort of thing. But so far, I'm pleased. I'm really pleased with the pink layering that's underneath here, that pink warming layer, because it shows through and gives it gives her more of a realistic look. Um, so today I may try to do some undertones. I'm not going to try to do too much today because I have things to do to get ready for Christmas. But um, yeah, this takes time. Like I said last night when I was working on this veining, I wasn't pleased. I'm rubbing. I'm trying to take some of it off. And fortunately, I did not bake it. I just put it aside, put the pieces on the rack, left them there, and went to bed. And I was like, let me look at it again in the morning. And when I looked at it this morning, I was like, oh, it's not as bad as I thought it was. My first one, not as bad as I thought it was. So I went on ahead and I baked this morning. So it's ready for me to go to the next activity and do the undertones. So yeah, I can really see how this takes time. You kind of have to trust yourself, not jump to conclusions, walk away from it for a few hours or maybe a few days and then come back to it. Um, and definitely don't be so hard on yourself, because I was really being hard on myself last night. But this morning I looked at it and I'm like, it's not as bad as I thought. So I'm going to continue on with her. Um, it's interesting, as you're working on a baby, you really do begin to kind of bond with it. Again, she's the Kimberly Asleep Realborn Sculpt from Bountiful Baby. When I work on her, I call her Kimmie. um, she is really coming alive. When you look at the before pictures that I took of her without anything on her, it's amazing the subtlety of the painting and what it brings out. So anyway, just wanted to give you guys an update. In a couple of days, hopefully I'll have another update on her. Um, Again, the veining isn't as bad as I thought, and these little pink areas came from the pink warming layer, and I just really like how they show themselves in the skin. So anyway, that's about it for now, and I will see you later. Thanks for watching.